In the sleepy splendor of her noon, she saw splendor of noons, and these are noons are sleepy. She has been there all the while, but the suns are there, and in the noons of those that life, her of course stands for life here again, that greater life. In the sleepy splendor of her noon, she saw, because the alchemy has worked. Because the alchemy has worked, therefore, what does it say? Her knowns which were asleep until now, they have started waking up. There is an outburst of those things you see. He saw a perpetual repetition through the hour, thoughts dance of dragonflies on mysteries stream, dragonflies on mysteries stream. The flies are there on the stream. The skin that never tests its murmurs rays. The dragonflies are there on the stream, but then they never really taste its stream. They float only on the stream, you see. Thoughts dance of dragonflies on mystery stream. They skim, but never taste its murmur stream. And heard the laughter of her rose desire. Heard the laughter of her rose desire. Rose desires, desires of beauty, desires of love, desires of happiness. Rose, beauty. Rose stands for basically beauty. Heard the laughter. Who heard? Of course, Ashwapati. Ashwapati is seeing behind his life all these possibilities of life. He was until now a riddle to himself, but he sees, okay, this life is like that, but these are the grandeurs, these are the beauty, these are the joy, these are the possibilities of life. And heard the laughter of a rose desire, running as if to escape from long for hand, jangling sweet anklet bells of fantasy, jangling sweet anklet bells, jangling trucky, anklet, spondy, anklet bell I am, of fantasy, Greek, jangling sweet anklet bell of fantasy. Amidst live symbols of her occult power, live symbols of her occult power. Now they have become live for him. She is still sleeping. Her moved and felt them. He moved and felt them as close real form. In that life, more concrete than the lives of men. Well, what we call our life is really nothing compared to that kind of. It is more concrete, more solid, more sure, more certain also than our life. He moved and felt them as close real form. In that life, more concrete than the lives of men, throbbed heartbeats of the hidden reality. Well, what it means is that in that life, he hears the heartbeats of reality. In that life, with that crimson bus and all that thing, that greater life, he hears the heartbeats of reality actually, which are not present in us. Our heart beats, but it is not the heartbeat of a reality in us, you see. We are bound by our prakriti, by our nature, by the way in which we have grown up here until now, you see. All kind of ambitions are there, all kind of desires are there, all kind of stupidities are there in us, and our heartbeats are loaded with them. Our heartbeats are completely, we don't understand them, see, but they are loaded with these things, you see, with ambitions, jealousy, hatred, inertia, tamas, irrationalism. All these things are there in our heartbeat, you see. But here, what he sees, that life is not those kind of heartbeats. They are the heartbeats of love, of beauty, of joy. That is what he is hearing them, you see. In that life, more concrete than he lives. That is why it is a greater life. That is why he is living in a greater life now. That greater life has to come and live in us. Trapped heartbeats or the hidden heartbeats. Normally, it is a single word, heartbeats. It's not heartbeats without hyphen. Heartbeats is without hyphen. But here, see, there is a kind of magic by splitting that thing. When you hang out this thing as a compound, heartbeats, then it has a different meaning. Throbbed heart, spotting, beats of, trucky, the head, I am, and reality, reality, Litti. Hidden ray, yeah, Litti. A complex line that way. Self-framed, self-framed, what here takes outward borrowed stream. Yeah, that is what we are here. Self-framed, what here takes outward borrowed stream. In contrast was a comrade of silence on her austere hide, comrade of silence. So he is on her topmost height of greater life, a comrade. He is friend here of who is his friend of what? Whose friend? Of silence. He is watching everything in the great silence, the creative silence, the luminous silence by which he sees everything from the top, the luminous silence from which he sees her austere height, austere, very difficult to climb, very steep climb. He is moving on her austere height, accepted by her mighty lowliness. He stood with her on meditating being. He is standing on the side on the meditating, musing them, what this is all for. You see. He has seen the beauty, the golden fruits of bliss. He has tasted here. The tree of sacrifice is offering the yajna. And then he says, he stood with her on meditating being, where life and being are a sacrament offered to the reality beyond. Life and being are a sacrament. Sacrament. Now, is a gift. Sacrament is a gift. Sacrament, holy sacrament, is a grace. The Last Supper is a grace. Last Supper of Christ is a grace which is given to him. See, where there is a union of bread and wine, the flesh and body, they unite together. So there is a clear reference to that aspect of the Last Supper here, Christ's last. He stood with her on meditating, where life and being are a sacrament. Instead of saying flesh and blood, wine and bread, he says life and being are a sacrament. They have a kind of a union together, you see. The being, the sacramental being, the higher being, and life which is here, they are kind of a grace to us. Offered to the reality beyond, they are now given and offered into reality itself. And saw her lose into infinity. When the sacrifice is there, when that meditation is there on the peak, when he is standing on the solitary silence in that, what he sees there? He sees that her lose into infinity. She is going into infinity itself. Life is reaching the infinite source of her. Her hooded eagles are significant. Hooded eagles are significant. Messengers of thought to the unknowable. She is sending eagles. Where? To the unknowable. Unknowable, who cannot be known at all, who is unapproachable, who is the absolute. This life now on standing on that peak of silence, Ashwati sees that this life is sending something to the unknowable. Ashwati sees that something is being sent to the unknowable. Who? Eagles are significant. They are carrying some aspects of message from this life. Yes, 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 we are waiting for you to come here and do something for us. That is the aspect of life which is coming here. You know. He stood eagles so significant, messengers of thought to the unknowable. Who are these eagles? They are the messengers of thought. Each idea, each thought is like an eagle, Garuda, going to the Paratpara, unknowable Paratpara. Garuda, he is going there, carrying our message there. Whether Garuda will be able to give a message to the unknowable, that we don't know, but at least he is going there, you see. And the unknowable knows that he is coming, that is enough. And saw her loose into infinity, her hooded eagles are significant, messengers of thought. See, suddenly the whole spirituality is different in this line. This whole sentence is of a different kind altogether. See. A comrade of silence on her austere high, accepted by her mighty loneliness. He stood with her on meditating being, where life and being are a sacrament offered to the reality beyond, and saw her loose into infinity. Her hooded eagles are significant messengers of thought and knowledge. Now you can see the difference between this sentence and the sentence which I said earlier. This is a spiritually packed sentence. The other one was lyrical. So these are the variations which you constantly see in Savitri of inspiration and expression. Both of them are different. Identified in soul vision and soul sense, in soul vision and soul sense, sight and sense, mind, mental. Final sense is our final sense is mind, manasa. But then he is actually seeing it in the sense of the soul. Soul itself is seeing it. Soul vision and soul sense, entering into her depths as into a house. It is the soul vision and soul sense which is entering into life's depths, as if they are entering into their house. All he became that she was or longed to be. She was at one time. So Ashwapati is saying where from life had come, what she was there. So by standing on that peak of silence, he sees that what life is there and he is entering into that thing. And he thought his thought. All became that she was at one time or longed to be. Now she is here, fallen into this creation, and she is longing to be that again. So in one sentence she has said she has come from there. Now from here she is trying to go up there, and Ashwapati sees that that is a possibility. All he became that she was or longed to be. He thought with her thoughts, because she is seeing that thing, that longing there, and journeyed with her steps. The way she has to go here, lived the breath and scanned all with her eyes, that he might learn the secret of a soul. It is only by complete identification of life that you understand what life is trying to achieve. By identifying himself completely with life, then he understands what life is. It is not your understanding you are imposing on life, but it is the understanding of life itself. From within, you are seeing what she is attempting, what she longed for. A witness overmastered by his zeal, he admired a splendid front of pomp and play. He is a witness, he is seeing all the things, but is mastered by the happenings around here. A witness overmastered by his zeal, he admired her splendid front of pomp and play, and marvels of a rich and delicate crown. That is the glory of greater life. He sees what life is. She has come for the unknowable. She is sending her eagle thought to the unknowable, and she wants to long for that kind of thing again, you see. And a marvel to a rich and delicate crown, and thrill to the insistence of her cry. That is the complete identification of Ashwapati with his greater life, with the soul of this greater life, what that soul wants to achieve in his creation, and thrill to the insistence of her cry. Impassioned, he bore the sorceries of her mind, felt laid on him her abrupt mysterious will, felt laid on him, she has laid on him what? Her abrupt mysterious, her will, she has given him. Her hands that need fade in the violent grasp, her touch that moves, her powers that seize and try. That is what he is doing. But this too he saw. Well, this is what he's seeing, but what he's seeing also something different in life. Ashwapati is saying both the aspects of life. This is the glory of life, what she is longing for, where she wants to go, where she is sending her eagles of thought, that is one. But there is the other aspect also. But this too he saw. What? Her soul that wept within. Life has come here, and the life is crying here. I am here in this miserable condition at the moment. In this inconscient world I am here. I am not able to do what I wish to do here. My wish, my desire, my will is here, but I am not able to accomplish that thing here. Therefore she is weeping within constantly. Because prana has entered into Anna. That is the Upanishadic phrase. Prana, life, has entered into Anna, matter. Life has entered into matter. And when life has entered into matter, she is constrained, she is confined, she is limited by the aspects of mind, of matter, and therefore she cannot do what she wants, and therefore she is weeping. I am locked now in matter, and I have no way of coming out of it. Prana is in the Anna, and therefore I cannot do what I want to do here, and therefore her soul that get within wept, you see. Her seekings vain that clutch at fleeting truth. Her hopes whose somber gaze mates with despair. The passion and possessed her longing limb. The troubled and rapture of a yearning breath. The troubled and rapture of yearning breath. So the picture of her weeping life, you see. Her mind that toils unsatisfied with fruit. Her mind that she is seeing there the golden fruits. But now here in matter, in Anna, her mind that toils unsatisfied with its fruit, her heart that captures not the one beloved. Always he met a veiled and seeking fool. Always he, Ashwapati, met veiled and seeking fool. This O stands for life again. She is veiled, she is seeking because she is locked in matter. She is locked in Anna. Prana is locked in Anna and therefore is not able to see what she has to do really. She wants to get out of it. So Ashwapati has to find out what could be the way of bringing life out of this matter, that she really gets what she longs for. She is in matter, but she is longing for something, but she is not able to get it. So Ashwapati's concern is how to help this life to get what she really is longing for. Prana is Anna, but prana is willing to have jnana, to jnana, ananda, all those things. The prana wants that thing, but is unable to do it. So Ashwapati's concern is how to bring that to her. Always he met a vague and seeking for an exiled goddess building mimic heaven. So she is building here great things, all right, but she is an exiled god. Exiled, she has come out here. She is an avatar, and the avatar has to go and live in a forest. He is an exiled avatar. You see, that's what happens in the case of Rama. She is an exile. She comes from Satchidananda. She belongs to Satchidananda, this greater life, but she has now entered into matter here, and therefore she is an exiled goddess in matter. She is an exiled goddess in matter. God is building, mimicking. So what does she do? She builds beautiful things, great things, all things, but they are mimics. They are not real things. A sphinx whose eyes look up to a hidden sun. She is a sphinx. She is a riddle. She is looking at standing. Always a mate, a veiled and seeking fool, an exiled goddess building, mimic heaven. A sphinx whose eyes look up to hidden sun. Sphinx, the word sphinx occurs how many times? Let me see. In Savitri, sphinx occurs 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 52.23, 78.24, 89.29, and 108.18. 4 times. The word sphinx. The riddle sphinx.